Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everyone doing this morning? It is Saturday. God has blessed us with another day. So as I am getting myself together, I said, let me knock out Bible and business. Let me knock out my Bible and business. So I read from the Devotional, Jesus Calling. But before we get into that good stuff, Nashville, where are you? Where are you, Nashville? I am here. I am speaking at for my entrepreneurs. Today I am speaking at the Forum. Catch me at 1 o'clock at the Forum. And then tomorrow I am having a meet and greet. If you want to comment the word Instagram, comment Nash, TikTok, DM me the word Nash, Nash, and I will send you the link to come to my meet and greet tomorrow from 11 to 2. Next weekend, I'm in Philly. Philly, where are you at? If you are trying to learn how to acquire assets and structure your business, you want to comment Wealthy. I'm doing a free class tomorrow night at 7 p.m. So that's what I have going on. So I read from the devotion, Jesus Calling. Here we go, March 7th. Let me help you through this day. The challenges you face are far too great for you to handle alone. You are keenly aware of your helplessness in the scheme of events you face. This awareness opens up a choice to doggedly go it alone or to walk it with me in humble steps of dependence. Actually, this choice is continually before you, but difficulties highlight the decision-making process. So consider it all joy whenever you are enveloped in various trials. These are gifts from me, reminding you to rely on me alone. Let's get into it. Let me help you through this day. I broke a nail out here, so excuse my ratchetness. The challenges you face are far too great for you to handle alone. You are keenly aware of your helplessness in the scheme of events you face. Type a me in the comments if you've ever had to go through a tough situation in life. Type a me in the comments if you've ever been if you've ever been dealt a bad hand. If you're a good person but bad things have happened to you, give me a me in the comments. See, a lot of times when we face adversity, a lot of times when we're going through something, the devil wants you to feel like you're doing it all alone. The devil wants you to feel like this is the end. The devil wants you to feel like, oh, there is no end to this. Especially if you're in a dark season, right? Like a dark season where things go from bad to worser. And you start looking at your situation, and baby, you can't do nothing to get you out of whatever you in. Anyone been like that, or is it just me? Anyone been like, baby, how did I get here? And when you find yourself in a tough situation, it's easy to be filled with anxiety, depression, exhaustion, or you just want to give up, right? Like, I can't see my way out of this situation, so I'm just going to accept it. Like, this is just for me. I wasn't meant to boom, boom, boom. a lot of times, especially when life throws that Mike Tyson blow, you be like, all right, this just wasn't for me. You've been trying to start a business, and everything you do is a mistake. A mistake after a mistake after a mistake, and now you see yourself having to file bankruptcy. You married the wrong person, you try to hold on, but baby, you realize I'm about to get a divorce. I don't know what it is that you've gone through, right? But sometimes you find yourself in a tough situation, and the devil wants you to believe like, this is it. It ain't getting no better. Or your situation is so glim. Is glim a word? Come on, Joy. Your situation is so dim, so dreary, so bad, you can't even see a way out. And because you don't see a way out of your situation, because you don't see how your storm is going to end, you just start either existing in life. You start accepting this bad situation as, hey, it's just not going to change. It is what it is. And sometimes we get filled with anxiety. We get filled with depression. We start giving up on our goals because we don't see the end of our bad situation. You are keenly aware of your helplessness in the scheme of events you face. Let me tell you about my God. Y'all ready? My God is a God of abundance. My God is a God of overflow. My God is a God of greatness. And sometimes, especially if you're a Christian, we just think that life's supposed to just be, got to do my eyebrows. We can sometimes think that life is supposed to just be, perfect and good. And what we don't realize is sometimes God brings the storm. That dark season that you're in right now, that bad situation that you are enduring, sometimes God allows the devil to bring you a storm. And so because you're in a dark place, because things are going from bad to worse to worser, we think that God forgot about us. Baby, God didn't forget about you. God didn't forget about you. God is right there with you in your storm. Now, the devil wants you to feel like this is the end. But sometimes the storm is set to destroy things that were sent to destroy you. Come on. Come on, Joy. I'm cooking. Let me cook. Hold on. Hey. Sometimes the things that we're holding on to, the thing that the storm is destroying and taking, is for your good. Now, in the moment, it don't look like it's your good. Like, why am I gonna go through this and why is this? It don't look good in the moment. Okay? It looks like you're losing. It looks like everything's being taken from you. It don't look like it's supposed to go nowhere, right? But see, God sees things that you don't see. God hears things that you don't hear. And sometimes God sends the storm because, number one, he's trying to take some things or some people out of your life. Number two, sometimes God sends the storm to make you be still. Like you're going in the wrong direction. You think you're doing something, right? But you are going in the wrong direction. You are hooked up with the wrong person. You're at the wrong job. You're in the wrong industry. You bought the wrong home. And so When God sends the storm, you feel like you're losing. You're trying to hold on to the house, right? You're trying to hold on to the house. Now, either God didn't want that house for you or the season for that house is over. And so now maybe we'll say your spouse lost their job and you can't keep the payments up, and now y'all facing foreclosure and you trying everything to hold on, and though nothing you do work, the foreclosure is coming. The foreclosure is coming for your good. Well, girl, how's the foreclosure going to be for my good? I'm about to have a foreclosure on my credit report, and that was my dream house. But what if the house was too small? What if God said, girl, how you going to have your in-laws and your mama didn't live with you, and how your kids going to have their own room, and how you going to have a tennis court? Where's the room for the tennis court? Where's the room for when you have to house a family who lost their house in a storm and you got 3 extra? Where's that house? But see, you went and got a house based on your current salary, right? You went and bought a house on your current situation, and God was saying it wasn't your season for a house. I'm going to get you the house. It's just, this ain't your season. I need bigger for you. You just knew your boo was meant to be. That was your boo. That was your person. Didn't no one understand you like they did? And you had all these dreams and high hopes. And that you saw yourself with that person until the day you died. Could no one tell you that wasn't your person? Baby, some of y'all sitting with the enemy. Some of y'all are sleeping with the person who hates you. Your light just chokes them. And as long as the situation is benefiting them, you don't see it. You don't see it. Your Instagram pictures is cute. Like, everything is perfect. Except you ain't ever at peace. Now, men, just go ahead and close your ears. I'm going to talk to the girls for like 10 minutes. So men, go on ahead and just do something for a second. Ladies, sometimes we got this list of what we want, but we don't have the list of what we don't want. And so you're going to find you somebody, and he got a whole bunch of stuff on that list of what you want. It's just a couple of things that aren't good, but, and I'm not saying, it's just a couple of things that bother you, but I can fix him. I can love him more. If I'm just not gonna make him mad. I'm just not gonna make him mad, and then he won't. I'm just gonna do. And we think that we can change a person, right? Or we try to minimize the red flags that we see, and we pull out our crayon and we start coloring the red flag. It ain't red, it's orange, right? It ain't. He only does that when he's angry. He really didn't mean it. I'm a pray. Ain't nobody perfect. And baby, God done sent you the signs. God sent you the signs, but you wanted to color over the signs. You wanted to, because he had all these things you wanted, but baby, it's some other things. And in the beginning, it looks good, but over time, ain't nothing getting better. Ask me how I know. Girl, ask me how I know. I married a man who hated me. See, we think people who hate you are mean to you. We think that people who hate you got the red horns coming out. We think that people who hate you are just these mean people and we'll see them. But baby, the person who hates you the most is going to be your best friend. The person who hates you the most is going to tell you that they love you. The person who hates you the most is going to come dressed up in everything you ever wanted. That's how the devil works. Ask me how I know. I was married to a man who hated me for over 11 years. And it didn't click until the nigga tried to kill me. Like, oh, wait, man. He don't like me. Oh, we always have this. See, sometimes your personality, sometimes your light, sometimes just you being you. Like, you being you. You being you, they hate it. Because sometimes your light is too bright for them. And as a woman, we will try to fix things, hold him down, color in the red flags, orange, purple, any other color. Until God gonna send you that, God gonna send you a situation that you ain't gonna be able to color. And you're gonna be like, dang, how did I get here? How did I miss all the signs? But more importantly, what am I supposed to do now? I never saw myself having to get divorced. In my mid-40s. I never saw myself having to start all the way over in life. I never thought the person I called the father of my child, my husband, my best friend, my ride or die, I never thought that he would betray me the way he did. I never thought I would have to deal with someone sleeping with employees. Like, that's the kind of respect you have for me? Or is that the kind of respect I have for myself? Because I kept allowing someone to disrespect me thinking that, it had changed. I never thought that me building multiple enterprises, that the person would then go and take all the money out the account. Like, what? And so for anyone who is finding themselves this morning in a situation where you're just like, I don't know how I got here. I don't know how I'm about to get out. This devotion is for you. Because sometimes God sends you stuff and you're not supposed to get out of it. He wants you to sit in it. Well, why I gotta sit in it? Because God's trying to show you something. God's trying to reveal some people to you that you would even believe. If someone told me, girl, your husband is going to sleep with employee, I'll be like, girl, not my husband. No, I mean, he ain't perfect. Don't get it wrong. But baby, he would never disrespect me like that. Sometimes God closes doors and reveals people's true intentions for you to see the truth. Sometimes God takes everything away from you because you don't need it. He's going to show you you don't need it. I'm about to block you. I'm TikTok, I got it, baby. I got him. I got him, baby. I got him. God's going to show you I'm about to bless you in your storm. Hold on, Isaiah, baby. Hold on. I'm alive. You have two choices. To doggedly go alone or to walk with me in humble steps of dependence. You have a choice. When you're in your storm, you have a choice. Are you going to try to figure it out? Are you going to try to navigate and figure out how you're going to make this thing right? But see, some of y'all, when you get that Mike Tyson blow, when you got that Mike Tyson blow, you just laid out. You laid out. After I found out my husband was having affairs on me, that's when I needed to pack up my shit and go, baby, thank you, Jesus. And I thought me having to get divorced and, break up my happy Instagram home and my biggest devastation was having my son now being my son being in two different homes. That was like the hardest thing for me, right? Like me and my husband, we was getting a divorce, right? Like he wasn't the one and I wasn't the one for him. The D word was talked about, right? But how we were going to get divorced was just so shocking. And so I'm like, okay, God, no problem. I just move out, give me a little house in the next subdivision up, and we're gonna be business partners and co-parents. And God was like, girl, you've been living with the devil. Let me show you what you've been with. See, sometimes God closes the door to show you. And the longer you try to keep that door open, all you're doing is killing yourself. And when God says it's about to be shut, He gonna put the sheetrock, the brick, nothing you gonna do gonna make it work. You're gonna be laid out. You're gonna be laid out. When you are laid out, don't try to fix it. So I'm thinking I'm having to deal with, having to be divorced and start over in my mid-40s. Baby, 3 weeks later, he pulls a gun out and shoots at me in front of our son, trying to wait a minute. I know I'm not running down the 59 feeder calling 911 because my husband is trying to kill me. You know how stupid you gotta feel? Like, baby, who was you married to? All right, well, I'm still trying to keep things cute and classy. Well, let me go ahead and pack up my shit and just go to a whole other state because this nigga tripping. $30 days later, he took all the money out of our accounts and locked me out of our businesses. In February of 2022, I had to ask my mom, who I had just bought her a car, to pay my rent. Like, Mama, I just need to pay this rent. I need 30 days just to kind of just make something shake. So I'm only telling my story because someone right now on this live is going through a storm. I'm only telling my story because someone right now on this live is going through a storm. And when you look at people on the outside, you gonna say, "Was she now? Her life is, she fine, and she don't no one understand what I'm going through." Baby, we all got our stuff. Everyone on here got something that they going through. And if everyone were to go in this comments, you type down the devil that you have in the fight, you type in the bear that's on your back, you're gonna quickly pick up your little problem. Oh, baby, she got some real stuff. So the only reason why I share my story is so that people understand that bad things happen to good people all the time. Ain't nothing about you different. Ain't nothing about you different. Ain't nothing you going through God don't see. He don't see it. Ain't no one on here doing nothing different, okay? The other reason why I tell my story is because now I'm about to tell you how good God is. Y'all ready? How good God is? Y'all ready to hear how good God is? Because if God is good for you, we all got the same God, right? Well, if you a Christian, we all got the same God. So, now that I'm laid up laid out, Mike Tyson blow. Baby, I can't get out of this one. I can't get out of this one. I don't even see a way out. It's a wrap for me. It's a wrap for me. Let me tell you something. Whatever the storm took, you don't need. If the storm took your business, you didn't need the business. If the storm took your spouse, you didn't need that spouse. That wasn't your spouse no more. If the storm took your job, you don't need that job. God's going to give you everything you need. You just have to wait. So for anyone who lost something, I want you just to be still. Number one, be still. Number two, keep your eyes out and looking. What did the storm leave? The devil wants you to be focused on what the storm took. You don't have the house. You don't have the job. You don't have the marriage. You don't have the money. You don't have the good credit. What did the storm leave? As I'm laid out, like, God, how am I asking my mama for rent? I just left paying a $10,000 a month mortgage at my house, and I'm having to ask my mama for rent. I'm out of order. God, how am I a business attorney and I allow someone to hoodwink me? Like, how come I didn't have any parameters on the bank accounts to where no, you know how you can have, I found out now, you can have limits. You can put limits on your account so that no one can withdraw X amount without both. How come I didn't have that? Oh, because I was the submissive wife. I was just, trying to stay in my place. So as I'm laid out, I stumbled upon, now I ain't going to take the credit. I stumbled upon a T.D. Jakes sermon. And he talked about the storm. And he says, whatever the storm took, you don't need. God's going to bless you with what the storm left. And I said, what the storm left? But the storm didn't leave me nothing. So I said, God, help me understand, how am I supposed to take care of my son? And how am I supposed to do what I got to do? Like, what? Now, I know that this ain't how my story go in. Let me tell you what the storm left. The storm left me with a sound mind. And the storm left me with an iPhone. Somebody got a phone in their hand. And I don't got no money. I ain't got no money to go. I was a brick and mortar girl, right? I got salons. I got dealerships. I'm used to having a building and making a business around this building. I ain't got no money for no first and last month's rent, security deposit. I ain't got no money for all that. Okay, guys, so you said with the storm, all I got is my mind and my phone. What am I going to be doing with that? Well, maybe the one thing I do know is business, right? So I said, people online talking you can make money online. I'm going to be transparent. I thought all this online coaching was a scam. They're scam artists, right? Who's going to just be a mentor? Who's going to coach someone? All that stuff is fake. But when you're back against the wall, sometimes you got to try some things, right? So I said, I'm going to turn this phone up and I'm going to start giving out business tips. February 2022. I'm going to start giving out business tips. And let me do some service. I'm going to form some LLCs. So every single day, I said, God, I don't know how I'm going to get out of this. I said, but what I'm going to do is, I'm gonna go on Instagram every single day. I'm gonna go live every day. I know how to build a brand. So let me go ahead and come online and build a brand awareness. And I was gonna be the LLC queen. I was gonna just form LLCs. So here I am, y'all, trying to hustle up some rent. Not no real money. I just need some rent. And I was doing LLCs. What is the brush that I need? I was doing LLCs and giving out business tips And I would go live every single night, just talking about contracts or anything they need in business I'm talking about, right? All the business mistakes I made, I'm telling, hey, this is why you need this. This is why you do this. And slowly but surely, I started, gaining a little traction. Not the major. But one day, I did a post about business grants. And I was just telling you about this little FedEx grant that was, in the month of February, and I just applied. And that one post went viral. I didn't make no money, but God was showing you, there's your lane. And I said, well, if this many people don't know about a business grant, let me make a digital product. Sometimes God's going to take everything away from you because he's trying to push you down a whole nother lane. Like, where are you going? You going away from your destiny. And so he puts up roadblocks, but if you are resilient like me, we knocking down the roadblocks on the wrong way. So when he strips everything from you, all you going to do is be still. Because me making these steps, I'm so far out of line, I'm going to be still and just wait until God tells me exactly what I got to do. God was trying to show me what my purpose was. I've always been good at business. Anything that I touch, it just blossoms. I'm not just good at business. My gift is seeing what the gift is in other people. So when I would have friends or this, I would be like, hey girl, have you ever thought about boom, boom, boom? And I would be able to tell them what I see. But sometimes your gift, you don't know it's a gift because you don't have to use that gift in that season. And so now I'm selling a digital product. It was ugly. I had to go on YouTube University and figure out this funnel and landing page and all that stuff. But honey, I got something out. And baby, let me tell you about this one digital product. Y'all ready? This one digital product. The power of one. One person, one thing, one decision can change the trajectory of your life. That one digital product took me to the moon. To the moon. $199 digital product. I was never going to be an online coach and influencer. I'm an attorney and influencer. They're fake. And God said, baby, let me take everything from you because I'm going to show you exactly where you need to go. So here I am, y'all, with one little digital product. But guess what? People, influencers, people that got some motion are DMing me. Hey, can you come speak to my community? Hey, can you come do a live with me? Oh, I ain't know. You want me? But I ain't nobody. I threw this little digital product together. Like, I don't have no online influence. Like, nobody know. You want me to? Hey, can you come speak at the? How you find me? I only got 9,000. How you even? The problem when you're in your storm, you start looking at time in real life. You're going to say, it took me 5 years to get my credit together and to save up enough money to buy my house. So now that I'm in foreclosure and facing bankruptcy, you're calculating time. It's going to take me another 5 years to get back. And with God, he will 10x you. What takes 5 years with God will take 5 months. Well, I don't know nothing about the online space. But God's putting me in rooms with people of influence. And over time, I'm just growing and growing and growing and growing. And I'm so used to making money at a brick and mortar, I'm making money in my sleep. Like, how I go to sleep and wake up with money from people buying my product online. I've never had that before. I'm used to making money at the salon, what? Someone's type in the comments, the storm. See, what the devil meant to take you out, God's going to use that to catapult you. So if y'all can do math, if y'all can pick up 2 plus 2, well, I said if this one digital product is doing this, if I add some more digital products, come on. Well, shoot, if they want to, y'all keep asking me how to structure your business. Well, let me give you and here I am building out a little digital product library. And so every time my attorney hits me with a $10,000, a $15,000, a $30,000 invoice, guess what's in the account? Come on. Then people start saying, well, how can I talk? Can you just, I don't want the course. Can you just teach me? And here's the thing, when you're in your storm, some of y'all gonna feel like a hypocrite. Some of y'all gonna feel like a hypocrite. Some of y'all gonna have impostor syndrome. Because people are asking you to help them. And how you're going to help them, you just know how to do it. But because your life is in disarray, because you're losing in another arena, you don't think you're qualified. I know I'm good at cooking, but in my life all over here, I'm losing, and it's loss after loss, and it's where's my brother? And it's devastation, and I don't feel like myself, so I don't want to show up online who I really am because I'm being beat up. But God is saying, baby, you are you. You are you with the money. You are you without the money. You are you with the man, without the man. You are you. That all the other stuff don't matter. You are you. So I said, you know what, God, I'ma just show up and show out. I'ma just show up and show out. I'm used to having the 10,000 square foot home, right? I don't have the Rolls Royce to drive around and, I'm having to do all my content in a regular home, right? I'm having to do all my content without all the bells and whistles. And so I felt like an imposter because I was like, baby, if I was doing this with my rent, I could really get this thing going. But sometimes God's saying, I'm a 10X you with nothing. I'm going to grow your business with your account being negative. I'm going to have you find your husband, you 10 pounds overweight. You're going to be the best single mom in the world with no help because you have God. See, the storm comes to show you how good you are. If I had my divorce settlement right now, I would be thinking God has blessed me above and beyond. And I had this divorce settlement to run ads and boom, boom, boom. We are year 4 of the divorce. Sometimes God takes everything away from you to show you it's Him. It's that but God blessing. Sometimes God takes everything away from you to show you you didn't need it. Four years into my divorce, living my best life. God will bless you and cover you in your storm. You fighting this over here, but baby over here, God's having you win. Now I don't speak money because he's trying to get My coin's over here. He done took the other coins, and now he want these coins. But y'all can pick up what I'm putting down. I'm going to say is God's amazing. God is wonderful. God has not only blessed me, God has not only restored my peace, God has 10x'd my life. I never dreamed of being here. God has blessed me with so many wonderful people who have just come into my life and just over delivered. God has put so many opportunities in front of me. And the reason why I know it's God is because I just told y'all I know business. The one thing I do know is business. And I know what growth in a business looks like. And I know where my business should be. And I know where it is now. And there's no way my business should be here in just 4 years. No way. No way. So when God gives you that but God blessing, is for a reason. When I was laid out, Mike Tyson blow, wanting to give up, and I'm transparent, I didn't have another run in me. I didn't have another, like, baby, I'm about to go be on my mama's couch. I'm about to just go find me a rich husband, and I'm about to go live that soft life. I didn't have another run in me. And that was my plan. I'm about to go ahead and just get married and just, it is what it is. But God said, girl, stop playing. One monkey don't stop no show. One monkey don't stop no show. And so I had to get a why. What is your why? Anyone in the storm, what is your why? What is the reason why you about to fight this bear? I'm going to show you how good God is, but I'm going to keep it real. It's going to be the fight of your life to get out your storm. It's going to be the fight of your life to get out your storm. Ain't no one coming to save you. Ain't no one coming to help you. Don't no one care what you're going through. Don't have no pity party. Talking about woe is me. Half the folks don't care. The other half happy is happening to you. So God is good, but baby, you got to show up too. It's time for you to fight for your life. So what is your why? What is the one thing that you say, you know, I don't care how many, I don't care what you take. You can't take this. I don't care what you play with. I'm going to show up every single day because of this. And my why, this was my son. My son was not going to have me looking busted and disgusted and see me down. If I didn't have my son, I ain't going to lie, I'd be at my mama's house, on the couch, talking about, I'm going to find me a man, and I'm about to, my man was going to be my plan. I ain't got time for this. I ain't got time for another run. But I had my son, so I had to get back up and fight. So what is your why? Number 2, you're going to have to find something that's going to pull out the bitch in you. Or from my man, pull out the king in you. Because now it's time to fight the devil. You can't fight the devil playing small. You can't fight the devil. Oh my God. Stop crying. Them tears ain't about to get you nowhere. Them tears ain't about to do nothing for you. Man up. You're going to fight for your life. Number 3, every single day you have to pour into yourself. Because fighting the storm, fighting this bear, fighting life is going to drain you. And so every single day you have to be pouring into yourself just to show up for the day. If you don't have something that you're going to pour into, you're not going to make it. I don't sell wolf tickets. I ain't going to say, hey guys, God is so good and amazing. Click, baby. No, the devil is trying to take you. It's time to square. You got to square up and you about to get hit. So brace for impact. Brace for impact. Ain't no one getting no fight, ain't getting hit. They gonna get a lick in. Can you get back up? Can you fight with the bloody nose? Can you fight with a broken eye? Is you fighting for your life? Or stay down. But if you stay down, they're going to keep beating on you and beating on you and beating on you and beating on you and beating on you. So what are you saying down for? What are you saying down for? Number 4, don't ask God to end your storm. Ask God to be with you in your storm. See, a lot of times we're looking for the storm to end. I just want my divorce to be over. It ain't about to be over. It ain't about to be over. So you want to ask God to cover you and to give you direction and peace in your storm. I'm in year 4. Living my best life, baby. Living my best life. So ask God to get you to the next step. What's my next step? What's my next step? What's my next step in my soul? What's my next step? Number 5, you got to get you a plan. For anyone who's connected to someone. For anyone who, man, this person can, if anyone who financially you need someone, you have to be financially independent. So all my moms out there, he not going to pay the child support. That can't affect you. He not going to pay the spousal support. That's not going to affect you. You have to get yourself financially independent of anyone. You have to get yourself emotionally independent of anyone. You got to get yourself spiritually independent of anyone. So whoever is trying to wreck your life, all the tricks don't work. So I knew financially I'm at war, so I got to make as much money. I'm on live. I'm showing up. Oh my God, you're a great marketer, man. I'm trying to pay these bills. Y'all think I'm marketing? I'm trying to pay these bills. These attorneys' fees ain't playing. Y'all think I'm marketing? I'm fighting for my life. It ain't marketing. I'm fighting for my life. That's why y'all kept seeing me online. You go live every single day. Baby, the attorney is sending an invoice every single day. I'm fighting for my life. But when you get yourself independent, whatever the devil's trying to throw at you, it don't matter. I got an invoice, the money's there. Ooh, thank you, God, the money's there. I'm paying all my stuff. I'm in a brand new state. I'm controlling my own atmosphere. So everything that's coming, it's not even bothering me because I'm independent. So yes, you're in your storm, but baby, we are not going to lay up. We aren't crying. We aren't gaining weight. We aren't walking around looking sad. We aren't walking around letting ourselves go. Because when you look in the mirror and you're fighting your storm and you're exhausted and you're drained and your nails aren't done and your lashes aren't done and your hair is not done and you look like death and destruction, you don't look good, so then you don't feel good, so then you don't do good. So in my storm, I made a commitment to, I gotta walk every day. In my storm, I made a commitment, I want to put my face on every single day. In the storm, I'm gonna get dressed every single day. I have to make myself feel good because I'm fighting for my life. But let me tell you about my God. Y'all ready? Whatever the storm took you didn't need, God's going to bless you in your storm. God gave you the storm because he wants to show you it's you. God brought the storm because he wants to show you how I'm about to bless you. So when people ask, oh my gosh, girl, you was divorced. No, thank you. You was divorced with 2 kids and you found you a man. And where did you go? You're going to say, girl, it was God. You filed bankruptcy and you still have to get your drink. Oh my God. Nothing but God. And they going to think, I always do this. I always spray the makeup remover thinking it's the setting spray. They going to think she don't want to tell us the truth. She don't want to tell. And you're going to be like, baby, it was nothing but God. This increase, nothing but God. My sanity, nothing but God. Me finding my true purpose is out here just inspiring people and bringing them back, nothing but God. So although the storm came to kill and destroy you, over time you're going to see, I see why that person had to leave my life. I see why that job had to fire me. I see why that business had to close. I see now. I see now. And then last but not least, so consider it all joy whenever you are enveloped in various trials. These are gifts from me, reminding you to rely on me alone. It's saying right here that the storm is a gift from God. The storm is a gift from God because God doesn't want you to fight the storm. He wants you to rely on him and let him fight the storm. Our job is just to show up, be still, and listen. And we go wherever he says to go. We're not analyzing it from our view. We're analyzing it from, okay, God, where you want me to go? Cool. Okay, God, apply for what job? Cool. Okay, God, start this business? Cool. Okay, God, this person's okay to be a friend? Cool. Okay. All we're doing is relying on God, and God is going to get us there. God's going to get us there. Okay. Now I got the Zoom, y'all. I done ran my mouth. But let me tell y'all, whatever the storm took, you don't need. God's going to bless you in spite of your storm. God's not just going to get you back. God is going to restore you. He's going to heal you. And he's going to give you what you had and more. And more. So we aren't trying to just break even with God. God is a God of abundance. God's got an overflow. He's going to give you more than what you lost. I guarantee you. Ask me how I know. Because he did it for me. And if he did it for me, he'll do it for you. Because I ain't no different than you. Okay? So I got to get on the Zoom, y'all. Everyone have a fabulous Saturday. And I will, of course, see you at the bank. Bye.